I think it's caused a bit of a misconception among the fans a little bit.
Mm,
Even though, those that were paying attention, no, you guys have made it clear the whole time you were temporarily in. Nita is playing with Demi, yes, but also going to continue to play with Alice, is my
yeah.
understanding of all of this. But yeah, I still saw a lot of comments on Blabbermouth and everywhere else kind of going, oh, Nita's back. Kane got the boot. That's not the case here, right?
No, it's not. I don't care, but it's not. I didn't. It's not like she left. I came in, and I wasn't Nita, so they got Nita back. It's that's not what happened. There was some talk about having me continue during the tour, but for me, 5 weeks was perfect. I have to be honest with you. And and Nita's wonderful. She's an awesome friend of mine, and we talked about it when she came by and played with us. And in the dressing room, just she and I, we talked about it, and we knew what the plan was.
So when you say there were some talks about you continuing with them, is that because they weren't sure if Nita was completely done? What's that look like?
it might have been. I think, didn't she injure her knee or something? Or
Something like that, yeah.
so yeah. So I think that's what it was. Like in case of an emergency, I might have to do a few more shows. I think that was all it was. I mean, that's what we were talking about. And Alice and I were talking about going to South America and playing, how cool that would be. But it was always under the umbrella that she'll be back. And I'm really glad. I'm glad they worked it out. I'm not sure what was going on, but they did work it out. So like I said before, the stars are in alignment again. His band is back together, so that's good. I didn't, to be honest with you, I don't. When I look at some of the tapes, the videos. I mean, I don't know how much I fit in. You know what I mean? So but I thought it was it was fun, and those musicians are really good.
What
But
makes you think, what makes you say that? I'm curious.
well, I think it's really funny when I see Alice and I together, on some of the videos. It looks right, but when I'm just sort of walking around playing with the rest of the band, I don't know. It's going to stick out like a sore thumb a little bit, and the awesome thing is, Nita's stage presence is and her guitar playing, by the way, is kind of the right thing. You can really get that sense when you look at see the band and they're playing and she's on stage and the energy goes back and forth with Alice and stuff like that. I think it's kind of perfect. So yeah, I wasn't ever intending to go beyond November in my mind. So yeah.
And it wasn't disappointing when it didn't go beyond November.
No, I was okay because I knew, but they knew that if they wanted me to, I would, because if they needed me. But as far as the next phase of my life, that wasn't what it was. And by the way, doing anything with Alice Cooper is a dream. The greatest thing about the tour was he and I became friends on the level of the 80s, by the middle, like after 3 weeks, we were just, it was just like it was, back in the day. So that was the most important thing. I was never scheduled to go beyond the fall, ever.
Do you think there's a scenario where, maybe there will be another conflict of Nita and Demi, and would you be the guy to get the call again?
Not necessarily, but, if they did call and they needed me, I owe them just about everything, when it comes to the music industry, Shep and Alice. So yeah, that's what it is. That to me is loyalty.
Has there been any talk yet about you joining Demi's band when Nita's out with Alice? Have we
Well,
gotten
I
there
did
yet?
call Demi and I said, look, no, I'm kidding.
I saw a comment on Facebook last week or something that you made where somebody said, any chance that we'll get to see new music from, you and Alice sometime? And I think you kind of hinted at something like, oh, that could happen. What's that mean? Are you going to be on this next Alice album or what?
Yeah, something's coming. Yeah, I got to keep a little quiet, but something's coming, and I'm playing guitar.